Hello, today's topic of the day is coordination compound. Now, why do we study coordination compounds? Reason is simple. Transition elements, which we studied in the last chapter, transition element, they are the D block elements, and inner transition elements are the F block elements. So transition metals, they form a large number of complex compound, okay, in which the metal atom, the metal which is present at the central position, they are bound to a number of anions or neutral molecules, and they actually form coordination complex. Okay, so in today's terminology, that's modern terminology, such compounds which has a central metal atom and around it there are anions and neutral molecules is called as coordination compounds. Now, Warner was the first person to give a theory on coordination compounds. He gave some of his postulate. The first postulate that he gave is that in coordination compound, metals, they show two types of linkage, that is two types of valencies. One is primary valency and the other is secondary valency. Now, the primary valency are normally ionizable and are satisfied by negative ions. Let me give you an example. Here you can see CO, Cl2, NH3, 4 times positive charge total, and Cl minus. So this Cl minus here is ionizable. Okay, so that's the primary valency of this coordination compound. Secondary valencies are non-ionizable. Basically, when you put this compound in water, it will not dissociate into cobalt ion, chloride ion, and ammonia. This coordination, the one which is present inside the square bracket, will not dissociate. It will just give you this entire complex plus a chloride ion. So these are satisfied by neutral molecule or negative ions. You can see here NH3 ammonia is a neutral molecule and Cl is present in the form of Cl minus, that's your negative ion. And the secondary valency is equal to the coordination number and it's fixed for a metal. So if you see here, CO is attached to 6 different molecules here. You can see 4 molecules of ammonia and 2 atoms of chloride. So hence the coordination number is 6 and the secondary valency of cobalt here is again 6. The ions or the groups bound by the secondary linkage to the metal have characteristic spatial arrangement corresponding to different coordination number. So basically we will see that in different shape, they can be in sp3d shape, they can be d2sp3 or sp3d2 shape. Okay, in modern formulation, the spatial arrangement are called as coordination polyhedra. The species within the square bracket are coordination entity or complexes, and the ions outside the square bracket are called as counter ions. So here this Cl minus is your counter ion, and this entire thing with the central metal atom and all its ligands, it's called as coordination polyhedra. Next, you can see here the formulas. You can see cobalt, ammonia, 6 ammonia are there, then 3 chloride ion. So if you put this in water, it will give you 1:3 electrolyte. That means there will be 1 cation and 3 anions will be formed. And the color is yellow. Same way, this compound here or this coordination complex will give you 1:2 cation versus anion electrolyte. Okay, same way this one will be 1:1 electrolyte. COCl2 NH3 4 plus Cl minus will be again 1:1 electrolyte. If you see, the colors are different, the ratio of cation anion is different. Basically only the counter anions will get dissociated. So Warner proposed the term secondary valency for the number of groups which are bound directly to the metal ion. Like for example, this is the metal ion. It is bounded with 6 members, that is 2 chloride and 4 NH3. Same way here, if I talk about cobalt is bounded by 5 ammonia and 1 chloride. So that is the secondary valency. In all these cases, the secondary valencies are 6. You can check it out. Then he further postulated that octahedral, tetrahedral, square planar geometrical shapes are more common in coordination compounds of transition metals. Okay, so cobalt here is your transition metal and they have different geometry. Here all of them are actually octahedral in geometry. Two examples are given. Cobalt NH36 is octahedral, whereas CO, yeah, this is also octahedral. You can see this is also coordination number 6 is octahedral, whereas NiCO4, PtCl4 2 minus are tetrahedral and square planar respectively. Now, the difference between double salt and a complex. So, both double salt as well as complex are formed by combination of two or more stable compounds in stoichiometric ratio. Now, if I talk about double salt, I can talk about cardinalite, that is this one, more salt, which is this one, potash alum here, or any other double salt. The main thing is when you put them in water, they simply dissociate into simple ions. Whereas if I talk about our coordination complex or coordination compounds, they do not dissociate into simple ions. Basically, if I say I have K4FeCN6, it will not dissociate into K4 like 4K plus, Fe here it will be 2 plus and Cl minus ions. You will not get Fe2 plus and Cl minus ions at all. Basically, this will stay in combined form, that is FeCN6 the whole raised to power 4 minus. Thank you.